Yo guys, welcome back to this NBL channel today. So today's video will be me doing the next 6 NBL start bench cut selections that I got given from my friend. And so, the first one is going to be Oscar Boone, which is Josh Boone, Jeremy Tyler, and Derek Cook Jr. So, like, with Boone, it's an interesting situation. Because if, like, you're taking his first 3 years for Melbourne United, like, he was a crucial player. He won them that championship in 2018. Yeah. So, like, with him, it all depends if you get prime form or if you get old Illawarra player form, which wasn't bad, but he just seemed injured at points and broken noses and things. Yeah, with Jeremy Tyler, I don't even remember much about him, to be honest. I think he was the part player, like, he came in halfway through the season, I think. Yeah, he signed on the 8th of November 2017 for the Sydney Kings. But on the 8th of January, he got released. He played 11 games, which he averaged 13.3, 5.8, 1.3. Yep, 13.3 points, 5.8 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and 1.1 blocks. That's like, it's not too bad. It's like not bad, but yeah, depends again. And then the last one is Derek Cook Jr., who, he played for the Wildcats that 18-19 season, I think. No, maybe. I believe it was the 18-19 season. Yes, it was the 17-18 season. Okay, I was one season off. But he wasn't too bad. It's like, but he only averaged 5.7 points and 5.5 rebounds. So it's like, but then he was coming off the bench every single game, except for a couple, I think. But he wasn't too crucial. It's like, that was that Tokido year as well. So yes. With this, oh yeah, same thing about Cook. If you put him in a different team like Illawarra or somewhere where he can flourish and actually take time to develop, then yeah, he's probably not a bad player. So yes, so with this one, we are going to pick Josh Boone, Derek Cook Jr. to come off the bench, and then Jeremy Tyler to unfortunately be cut. Even with that NBA experience, I think Jeremy Tyler had. Yeah, Jeremy Tyler had a couple of games. He had exactly 80 games. But he's being unfortunately cut. So let's go. So, this next one is probably going to be a real easy one because it's all centres. It's going to be Tom Jervis, Andrew Bogut, and Angus Brandt. 2 of those are Perth Wildcats players who you know I am a fan of, as I've probably said before. Yes. So with this one, it's probably convincingly you know what's going to happen. Tom Jervis, he was a good player for both the Wildcats and the Bullets. He didn't get time to flourish, to be fair. It's like, because with that, when he came to the Wildcats as like a 28 or 9-year-old, I think, he was never starting because he was behind Matty Knight, Redditch, even though Redditch was a power forward. But yeah, it's like he could show you what was doing. But then when he left to the Bullets, that's where he showed that he could definitely be a role player. So I'm pretty sure he played there 2 seasons. left, signed for the Wildcats back, played one season, won last year's championship, which was the 18-19 one. And then he signed for the Cairns Taipans for the 1920 season, but he unfortunately had to retire to financial problems with his family and stuff, so, and for security. Yeah. So this one, it's going to be... Oh, and Bogut. Bogut, I'm a Wildcats fan, but I have to acknowledge that he is a good player. He just doesn't show me punches of scoring, which is what you usually need. But with him being a defensive-minded player for the Kings, which is what they need, yeah, so it all comes down to what you want from him. The last one was Angus Brandt, who, when he played for the Wildcats those 3 or 4 years, I think, it might have been 3 and a bit. So he played 2016 to 2019, so yeah. So like it all depends, definitely. Brandt, he's like a good player, because I'm pretty sure while he was here, he averaged 6 in first season, 9.8 in the second season, and then the last season was 8.5. No, 8. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go Andrew Bogut starting, Angus Brandt coming off the bench, and Tom Jervis being cut, which he just isn't the quality that the other two are. The next one is a Wildcats specific one, which is Bryce Cotton, recently in the news about saying that he might be coming back to the Wildcats, Tariko White, and Damian Martin. It's like all 3 of those are good for specific things. It's like Cotton's good with scoring and dishing, which is passing. Tariko's good with he can score, he can play defense, he can pass as well. But then most importantly, Damian Martin he's not the biggest scorer, but you don't always need scorers. Because with the Wildcats last year, he had Tariko, Bryce, Plumlee at the end of the year, and then you also had Nick Kay and the rest of the bunch. So he doesn't need to score, but it does help sometimes. So yes, this one's probably going to be unlikely, but unlikable, but it's impossible. It's probably going Cotton to start, Damian Martin to come off the bench with that clutch defense gene and all that, but then Tariko to be cut, unfortunately. It's just Damo's had a real good career with the Perth Wildcats and it was the South West Sydney Razorbacks and the Sydney Spirit. He was a good player. Yeah. So, as I said before, it would be Cotton, Damo, Tariko, unfortunately. It sucks, but I'd pick him up again if I could. So, the next one is Terence Ferguson, Torrey Craig, and Jordan McRae. It's with Terence Ferguson, he was in an Adelaide team that actually was real impressive that year, which he had Randall at point guard, and then he had just so many other pieces around him. But yeah, with Torrey Craig, he's in my fairness, I think he's been one of the bigger players to go from NBL to NBA level, which all of these 3 have, but I feel he's had the biggest impact. So, but with him at Cairns, he was definitely improving. And that's it all depends on what you want from him. If you want him to be a big scorer, he can do it night in, night out, but not always. He's an inconsistent player for me. Yeah, But with him playing on the Nuggets currently, I'm pretty sure he started a couple games last year, which is showing that he's improving and he has the ability for the NBA. So yeah. And with Jordan McRae, he played that 1 year for Melbourne United in about 13-14 or I think with Stephen Dennis. 14-15, yep. Okay. It was decent. Because he averaged 19.9, 4.7, 2.3 assists, and 1 steal in 27 games. Which, like, that's definitely high quality. So, with him, he's probably been the second out of the 3 that has had the best NBA career. Because I know he was on the Phoenix Suns, he was on the Cavs, he was on the Wizards, he was on the Nuggets, and now he's back on the Pistons where he seems to be having a career year. Yeah. So, yeah. So with this one, I'm probably going to go Torrey Craig starting, Jordan McRae being benched, and Terence Ferguson being cut. But, as I say, so, the last one is going to be Clint Steindl, the White KD, as referred to by my friend, Jesse Wagstaff, and Mitch Norton. It's like, that one, it's probably a bit going to be clear, but with those 3, it all depends what you need. With Steindl, he's been to 4 clubs, I think. I know he was at Cairns, he was at Townsville and Wildcats, so maybe 3. Yes. But then with Wagstaff, he's spent his whole career at the Perth Wildcats. Yeah. Which, with that, I'm pretty sure he won a 6th Man of the Year, won a Rookie of the Year, I think. And then he's just been an all-round good member for our team ever since he arrived. So yeah, with that, he can hit threes, he can grab boards, he can do everything except, and he can take charges, which is great. Yeah. So with Mitch Norton, he's been to Townsville, the Hawks, which are Illawarra, and the Perth Wildcats. So that's 3 clubs for him as well. Which, like, with him, I haven't seen him score big, but, like, he's another one of those Damian Martin type players who doesn't score big, but on his night, he can go big. Which is, like, what you need sometimes, but he's, like, a defensive-minded player. He just plays real good defense, like Damo does. So in my mind, he's perfect player to take over when Damo retires, which could be now. Yes. So with this one, it's probably going to be a hard one. But I'm going Wagstaff to start with just all of his experience that he's had. I'd probably bench Clint Steindl just because he's a lethal shooter. And you need those off the bench often. But then, unfortunately, I'm cutting Mitch Norton, which is like, it's all just because of I need scoring. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more, click the little red subscribe button down below, not forcing you, it's your choice. And if you enjoyed this video, can you please click the like button that's somewhere around here. Yeah. So, and if you'd like to see more of this content, I have more planned for the future during this, while there's no basketball on at the moment. Yes. So, see ya.